Maybe he'll get a retreating shot. No. The American player is seriously pinned at his base now, though it's really tough to see what he's going to do from this position. He just needs to try and capitalize on the M8, although the moment he runs into that gun Puma, he's going to have a really tough time. Engineers instantly suppressed by that MG42 there. They didn't have a chance in hell, but he's not retreating them. So he obviously wants to try and keep them around near that M8. Puma managed to make it through the American base there. He's cramming up here, and he's going to hit that M8. Boom! Gonna killed with the first shot. That's not good. While the M8 can do some damage to the Puma, it's not really the kind of damage that he wants to. But AT gun open fired, long range shot. Oh, it's getting close here. The M8 might win this engagement. I think the M8 will win this engagement. Boom! He hits the mine as well. Destroyed engine. He is toast. And a main gun destroyed, but the Stug's into port. There's a sniper's being very brave there. And he retreats. 5% bug on the Puma there. That's just when he didn't want it. But boom! Long range AT gun shot straight into the rear armor there. Smacks into that Puma. He's salvaging it though, which is a smart move. Get some free resources. But now we got the Rangers coming in. They probably won't penetrate the frontal armor of that Stug, but if he turns around like that and he gets a couple of rear armor hits, he will penetrate and he will do some pretty serious damage. But there's still the MG42 there, which is going to force him to use his fire up or sacrifice some rifles. Stug's just picking off those suppressed rifles. Here we go, he's not turning it. No, he's turning it now. He's going to struggle to penetrate the frontal armor here, you'll see. But he does have the AT gun as well, and the double snipers. Yeah, he needs to get the fuck out of there. Tried to go for a little bit of a squish there, but missed. Stug power slide, just look at the amount of damage done there. Damaged engine, that Stug is absolutely toast. That's just free veterancy for those Rangers there. They're edging closer and closer. Boom! Double frontal penetrations. I must eat my words. I mean, the Stugs have really massive armor, and it's really surprising that he managed to penetrate twice on the frontal armor. He's got this MG42 just sitting out guard in the open flank, just here in the north now that this Y has been taken. Yeah, he's got his Nebel firing. Don't know where he's going to be firing that exactly, but yeah, he's firing just pretty slapdash around here. Massive scatter, but he does manage to get a nice little shot on those engineers. They might lose a man if they just sit there in the flames. No, he stays. MG42's been turned as well, forces Rangers to use their fire up. Nebel's moving up, and it's the Zerg rush of MP40s, who will do very serious damage to those Rangers if they're stationary. At least before the Rangers get Thompsons, which will probably be any moment now. We can see he's just saving up his munitions, and he'll be very shortly onto his 100 munition quota to get himself some badass Thompsons, which will really chew apart Volks. But with MP40s, I don't know, they're gonna dish it out as much as they take it. Back in the American base, let's see what's building. We got an AT gun being built, some rifles just being replenished. I mean, the American player has a fair amount of stuff. He's got his Ranger squad, but just that one rifle, one of the other rifle squads must have been killed off at some point, must have missed that. And he's finally got his gunner back on the old M8, because that's the real killer. I mean, the M8 isn't a tank killer, it's an infantry killer, but it's not the main gun that does the damage. It is, in fact, the 50 cal. And these Volks in native cover might even get suppressed by the 50 cal too. They're retreating. They didn't fancy that at all. Nebel's firing. Probably firing the snipers. But he's going to just decloak and run. Unpacking the MG as well. Good shout. Ooh, straight onto the AT gun. He wasn't going after the snipers after all. No sniper rage. Just going after the AT gun. And that man dies. Walking through the fire. But just one kill there, I think, from the Nebel. MG42 setting up perilously close to those Rangers. But here we go, Stug. Racing along, but boom! Multiple rear armor hits there. That's just what he didn't want to do. Was go straight for the rear armor. And now you might even lose this other Stug. They're going to get suppressed. Another hit. They both miss. Bounces one shot. That's vet 2 for that sniper there. Just picked off that Nebel, which is now just ghosting its way across. interesting. But we have the second Stug out now, come to absorb a few blows. The M8 looks like he's going for a bit of a charge himself. Don't know how he's going to fare against two Stugs though. Stug misses. Ooh, an MG42 gets picked off on the retreat. Double snipers in negative. Ooh, boom! One of them gets taken out by the Stug. Gets just picked off. That's why you don't sit in negative cover. 150% received accuracy. Yeah. That's just what you really don't want to happen. Bike's going after the second sniper now. Boom, gets picked off. But that was pretty close. Pretty close shave there as well. Those Rangers probably going to need to retreat. Just down to 3 men, just 2 bazookas, 1 carbine. He's going for it, but I don't think he's going to win that engagement. Bounce. Going to garrison themselves, but oh, that's a lot of bolts there. He needs to retreat him. Yeah, he's getting the hell out of there. But now, ooh, a lot of suppression though. He's got the 50 cal and he's got the 30 cal to back it up. Ooh, multiple Panzerfaust go down. He needs to send in the flamers and get that sniper to work. M8's in really, really bad shape now. Another Panzerfaust is going to absolutely finish him off. And the main gun isn't doing an awful lot here. We're sniping a few guys. Looks like those Volks are going to try and stay there. He's going to fire the last Panzerfaust. Ooh, just gets out of range there. And forces the Volks off to a retreat. He didn't see that 30 cal there at all. Managed to even get a kill there. It looks like we've gone down the right hand side tree for the American player here as well. He's just unlocked his off-map artillery. Back in the Vark base, what do we got? Well, we looks like no real evidence of further teching, but he's got some infantry veterancy there. We can see no support veterancy though. Nothing building in the Sturm Armory. He's got quite a bit of fuel, but he's really sapping for manpower. And he's gone Stormtroopers. He's gone Blitz even, and he's just called in his first lot of Stormtroopers, which he's now upgrading with MP44s. He'll be able to buy a second one as well. 2 MP44s is going to be absolutely deadly, and that is something that you just don't want when there are snipers on the field. Just as well that he, yeah, there we go, there's second MP44 being bought there. Because that double MP44 squad is going to mean the end of that second sniper. Oh no, that's a brand new one, a brand new sniper. Because as we saw earlier, one of those snipers got absolutely KO'd by the Stug with the extra accuracy bonus of sitting in negative cover. But now this Neville's going to get decrewed again. 50 cal raining hell on it. And boom, it gets decrewed. More Zerg charges of MP40 Volks. Not a huge amount of kills on those guys, or 10 on the other one, that's not too bad I suppose. And then we've just got those 2 Stogs blown out, and they've got their first rank of veterancy as well, which I believe gives them slightly less received penetration, or slightly less received damage, actually, yeah. It's Vet 2 though, which is where it's really at for the Stugs. That's when they get their top MG, and 2 Stugs with top MGs are a fairly decent suppression platform. Now those MP44s, I think they just decimated an MG as it was unpacking there. We can see a couple of dead guys there, a couple of dead MG crew guys. Decimated that MG, but 50 cal was there to see him off. Oh dear. The MG42 bunker has been set up right on the American spawn there. Oh, not American spawn, right on the American base. But those Rangers even managed to run into a mine and then into MG42 fire, but they're okay. But this, the American base is really penned in here, and even though Marinez has managed to make some decent headway, he's still bleeding VPs down to just 196 versus the Axis 467. Nebel firing. Oh, it seemed to bug out. Wow, that was a big artillery hit. Smacked straight into it. That was, must have been off-map artillery. Yep, that was off-map. There's no on-map yet. That was a huge hit, and now that M8 is finally going to bite the dust. 2 Stugs going to chase it down. Boom, there it goes. Just the AT gun, or double AT guns even. And a brand new 30 cal out. Back at home base, we got Vet 2 for that infantry. For all these Volks. Vet 2 now. More big hits on the Stugs. See, the problem with Stugs is that even though they have great frontal armor, they have appalling amounts of health, which means anything that can penetrate them will kill them very quickly. More Rangers. They haven't used their fire up. Crawling into an unlaid mine and crawling into MG42 fire. It's just not a place you want to be. finally they fire up, but they're firing up standing in the way of the MG42, which must have been reloading there. They lost a fair few guys there. Not great for the American player there. Not great at all. However, he's managed to make a nice little push and actually decapped this strategic point. Unfortunately, the Vermont player has such dominating map control at the moment, as we can see from here. He actually still has all of his resources, despite his main cutoff being taken, due to the fact that he's just capped all the way down the south here as well. So we got these 2AT guns, counter the Stugs. They'll be a nice hard counter. He doesn't really need to buy any more, and he's got his Vet 1 sniper there as well. There was another sniper somewhere. I'm sure he built them. Yeah. Oh, sorry, they were just sitting right next to each other. I'm just being stupid. And he's got them watched by a 30 cal as well, so that's going to stop the Volks charge, because he knows... Oh, wow, that was another big artillery hit. Now that is on-map artillery. Yep, there we go. He's just doing a bit of random arty, I think. He's got no real spotting going on. Got a few lucky hits. No massive damage. Got some kills on the Volks though. Rangers sitting in green cover now. And they're probably going to be able to take out that MG42 bunker pretty shortly. You don't really see MG42 bunkers too often because they tend to be very easy to flank, but on a map like Semwa with these kind of cutoffs, I suppose it is possible. They're going to get some return fire from the Stugs. Boom, picked off and push them out of the green cover now, which means if they go back in, oh, they might have gotten suppressed there. Okay, he's going to try and finish it off now. There we go, that's what he came to do. Back here on the side, oh, bundle grenade goes off, just caught that one onto the AT gun there. Those are Vet 2 stormtroopers who, with Vet 2 now get elite armor. So they'll be taking much less damage from small arms, but much more damage from flames, as we saw there. Absolutely roasted and toasted. Oh wow, we got a Goliath going into the American base. He's going to be going after the howitzer, but there's a mine in the way though. And if a Goliath hits a mine with the engineer sitting on top of it, oh, it's gonna smack! Oh, boom! That was a massive explosion. Got picked up by the 30 cal, then ran straight into the mine, I think, or it might have even been picked off by. Yeah, the crater is a little bit short of where the mine was, so I'm going to assume that it actually got killed by the 30 cal in placement. More seemingly random artillery. He just really doesn't like those Stugs. Yeah, he's just sort of randomly hitting around this area. I suppose when you have on-map artillery and you get beach barrage for free, I suppose no reason why not to. American player really doesn't like those storms though. He's just laying mines all over the place to try and stop them. But minesweepers are the counter to mines, obviously. And he's laying them right in front of them as well. And he's going to lose all those munitions. That's 75 munitions he's about to waste. Unless the Volks just run straight into it. Oh, that was unlucky. They lost a couple of guys even though they were sitting in negative cover and shouldn't necessarily, according to the stats, take that much damage from flames. Snipers miss on retreat. He knows where they are now though. But with Blitz you have no real artillery to cool down. Except for obviously for his non-doctrinal stuff, his Nebels. No storms. No, those aren't storms. Those are pioneers. Just moving up. Try and cap the northern VP. It's really turning into a bit more of a VP war now, with the American player down to just 124 VPs versus the Axis 467. He's just popped Vet 2 for those Stugs as well, which gives them, as I said, that nice little top gunner, which is really